starting in November, this is new, Google is going to start clamping down on AI generated images when it comes to election campaign ads. This is on all of its platforms, any advertising that happens. They're doing this out of their own volition. No one is asking them to do this. Congress is not asking them to do this, but this might be huge. So starting in November, Google will mandate that all political advertisements label the use of artificial intelligence tools and synthetic content in their videos, images, and audio. Google's latest ruling update, which also applies to YouTube video ads, requires all verified advertisers to prominently disclose whether their ad contains synthetic content that inauthentically depicts real or realistic looking people or events. The company mandates the disclosure to be clear and conspicuous on the video, image, or audio content. Such disclosure language could be, this video content was synthetically generated, or this audio was computer generated, the company said. That is very interesting, and it is rolling out during campaign, as campaign season is ramping up and the presidential campaign is ramping up. But it applies across the board, and I have to say, I've been on YouTube recently and I have like watched half of a video and been like, wait a minute, is this audio an AI? Like, I'm pretty sure this is an AI audio talking about like Timothy Chalamet. Yes, I might have been watching that video. Like, and so now there will be at least an alert to me that says, this is not a real voice. This has been AI generated. This is not a real image. This has been AI generated. Jumping down to graphic 4 before I show the photo I want. It's also going to apply to advertisements that use deep fakes, which are videos or images that have been synthetically created to mislead, that are banned under the company's existing misrepresentation policy. It doesn't apply to Photoshop. So it doesn't apply like the thumbnail for this show, the thumbnail for this video. It's not gonna apply to that. It's not gonna apply to if you make yourself bigger or smaller or a cropped image. It won't apply to, all of the airbrushing, let's be real, that happens on lots of ads. But it might apply, and I have to just throw this up there, to this photo of Joe Biden. There we are. See, this photo of Joe Biden was tweeted out by Chris Jackson, who was celebrating on Twitter, was celebrating Joe Biden's decision to block oil leases in the Arctic recently. And clearly someone just typed in like, strong President Joe Biden in Arctic, and he's looking like, I don't know, he's kind of looking, this is a tight fit, like he's looking good. But you won't be able to use this in an advertisement without saying Joe Biden isn't actually wearing a puffy North Face coat in the middle of the Arctic. But Adrienne, what do you make of this move?
I think it's important. We do need to have greater regulations and restrictions because the EU, again, they're so far advanced with their recognizing with AI becoming a problem. And so I'm glad that Google is taking these steps, but we actually need some enforcement power, some regulatory aid. We need everybody to be on the exact same page about what will be tolerated and what won't, and also what the repercussions will be for when individuals abuse this new technological advancement to the detriment of others. Because the fact is that we've seen what misinformation and disinformation can do over the last few years. We've seen it in terms of the 2016 presidential election. Must we continue to see it go forward? We really need the US government to step up.
Yeah, and Congress is holding hearings, I believe, in the upcoming weeks with developers at Google of their AI technology, which is all fine and good. Because remember, Google, despite this self-imposed decision, they are also invested in doing work using AI. And so there's going to be a study of that. That being said, you should also talk to other people. You should talk to people who aren't like the heads of the AI program at Google. You should talk to people who are like programmers, or talk to people whose jobs might be displaced. You should talk to current people who are on strike, writers at WGA or SAG-AFTRA actors, all of that. So I'm curious to see where that goes. That being said, the FEC, Federal Election Commission, hasn't set rules yet on AI in their political campaign ads. In August, it voted to seek public comment, however, on whether to update its misinformation policy to include deceptive AI ads. So everyone stay tuned, because I believe we could submit public comment to this very, very soon.